Hey, if you're looking at this video, that means that you are interested in starting your own podcast, but you actually want to make money from your podcast. My name is Odell Bazell. I'm the founder of Getting On Marketing. I'm also a paid professional speaker. And the strategy that I'm about to share with you is going to help you if you're a service based business owner. It's going to help you create $10,000 or more per month. So let me go ahead and share my screen and dive into this. This is good stuff, y'all. This is good stuff. So bada bing, bada boom. Business owners use this podcast strategy to make $10,000 a month without sponsorships, without celebrity guests, or a huge following. That should be a huge following. So bada bing, bada boom. Who is this for? This is for businesses that sell services that cost at least $2,500. So if you're e-com, if you're somebody that does not believe in your services enough, or it's just not the right fit, then this is not going to really help you. This is for small business owners who want to earn an extra $10,000 a month selling a service. So this is not an opportunity. This is on top of what you already do. If you're a professional speaker, this is going to work for you. If you're an author with a coaching program that costs more than $2,500, this is going to be for you. If you're a coach that does group coaching or one-on-one coaching. So what is my goal with this? I'm going to break this down, let you know what my goal is up front. My goal is to give you some value so that you'll like me and talk nice about me. I might run for president one day. I might run for Congress, or I might just, want to have good vibes and good recommendations out there on the internet streets. Also, goal number 2 is I want to find clients that'll pay me between $10,000 to $25,000 for my marketing services. So what I'm about to show you is what I do for clients at a high level. If you are one of those clients and you know that you have those deep pockets, I'm talking small businesses, mid-sized businesses with more than 5 employees, and you want this strategy implemented, then we can book a call and talk about it later. But that's my goal. You got it? All right. So let's jump into it really quick. I said this was not going to be long. This is the big idea. The more conversations I have with people that can pay me, the more sales I will make. That's the big idea. You got that? The more conversations I have with people that can pay me, the more sales I will make. So in my business, my particular business, it's usually every 20 quality conversations that I have with qualified leads, I'm going to close about 5 to 8 contracts. This podcast strategy is the best way to get those quality conversations really, really fast. So here are 7 things that most business owners get wrong about podcasting. I guarantee you have at least one of these things in your mind about podcasting. Number 1, it's complicated and expensive to start one. It's not. It's very simple. There are different steps, but it's very simple. Here's the second one. I need to wait a long time to make money from my podcast, building my audience and getting lots of downloads. That's false. The podcast theme has to be creative and groundbreaking in order to work. False. You need famous, well-known guests to make it work. False. The only money that you're going to make from a podcast is from advertisers and sponsorships. False. I need to be charismatic. I need to be an expert, charismatic, or have a big personality to make the podcast work. False. You need to have a lead magnet or something to give away to the audience. False. You don't need any of these things to make money in your podcast. I'm going to explain to you exactly what you need and what the strategy is. All of this is wrong, and it discourages business owners like you because you like the little reveal that I do. Like I like block it out. I got that from one of my coaches. So 99% of the people that teach you to start or how to start a podcast focus on growing an audience of listeners, not finding an audience of buyers. So they do brand marketing versus direct marketing. Number 2, most people overlook the only 3 ways to grow a business. You get more quality leads looking at your business, you convert those leads into sales, and you charge more. That's it. So they overlook that part. They're thinking about a podcast, trying to build this big platform, but it's frustrating to do that. And it's also frustrating because it takes an extremely long time to get feedback doing these strategies. So it takes a long, long, long time to do this. So you just do this one thing. I don't know how many minutes are we into this thing. 5 minutes. So I'm going to go over this really quick. If you want more, you can just shoot me a message or respond back to however you got this. But really quick, you do this one thing to make an extra $10,000 a month with podcasting. It is very key that you offer something that you can sell for $2,500 or more, your services. So we're not selling anybody else's services, we're selling yours. If you're unclear about this, about what you sell and what you offer, this strategy might not work that well. You do the interview method. That's the strategy. That's the big reveal. Interview method. You create a podcast, you share it on LinkedIn, YouTube, etc., wherever your audience is, and you interview the people that could pay you. In other words, the only people that you invite on your podcast are the people that could pay you. I know that for some people it might make sense immediately, but for most people, it takes a little time for everything to click. The goal is to record 20 episodes with the people that could pay you and turn that into 5 contracts. 5 times 2,500 is, what's that? 5 times 10, it's like $12,500. Let your podcast be a resource to the people that have the same occupation, position as your ideal client to attract them to you. Use it as a resource. Don't bait and switch. Don't say that you're actually going to publish a podcast and don't do it. That's not what we teach. Follow up with them after you publish their episode and ask them to work with you. Use the I have an idea open loop to make this happen. That's something that we teach and walk through. If you have current clients, start your interviews with them so that you can have some posted. Now, here's why this works, and here's why this works better than any strategy that you'll ever see. Nobody else in your industry is doing this. Also, it positions you as an expert fast. Think Oprah, Larry King, Joe Rogan, etc. It builds trust at lightning speed. If you sit down and talk with somebody for 15 minutes about them, they will like you. We've been together less than 10 minutes. And if you're still watching this video, you're probably thinking, this guy Odell's pretty cool and he makes sense. Also, you're doing market research, networking, providing a resource, and gaining clarity on what you offer simultaneously. So remember earlier, we said there are only 3 ways that you're going to grow your business. You get more qualified leads. This does that. You convert more of those leads. Immersion equals conversion. So if they're immersed in your podcast world, you're sharing the podcast out, you're doing all that stuff for them, they're going to be with you. This is also going to increase your referral rate. And you're increasing your comfort level communicating to humans, because here's a spoiler alert. In order to make more sales, you have to speak to humans. You cannot get around that. So with that being the case, how can we help you? It's very, very simple. If this made sense to you, there are 1 or 2 things that you can do. Try to do what I outlined by yourself. You can try it. You can. It's a simple concept, and you can figure it out how to do it on your own, but who has the time? You have to figure out all the nuances and the little details. Or number 2, you become a client of ours. We have a special 90-day program that we offer, and we offer support to show you how to identify your ideal client, create a podcast, and begin interviewing them in just 90 days. We're going to walk you through everything step by step. We'll record a special podcast episode for you to add credibility to your podcast. We'll do that. You don't have to worry about that. We will train you on how to interview and how to be interviewed so your podcast is successful, and we will help you find your first guests. And we can also post your content online. If you're interested in that, the investment is right there. If you want to schedule a call with us, you know the investment going in. It's $3,500 for 90 days. We walk you through everything, and we got some cool bonuses for you. Hopefully this was helpful. My goal was to keep it under 10 minutes, and I did that. So if you have any questions, anything like that, make sure you schedule a call with us. And hey, I'd love to hear about your next podcast. Take care.